Now we are connecting with the team from Lancaster University, like I mentioned earlier. So we have Dr. Emmanuel Arthur here, who is the CEO and Provost, Lancaster University. And then as well, we have Hafsatou Moussa. You're welcome, lady and gentlemen.
Thank you very much for having us. And this is my first time in your studio. I must say it's quite exquisite. I like the simplicity about it, but the finesse that it comes with. And I must say that I've been in a couple of studios, but this is quite contemporary. And kudos for the work you're doing.
Thank you.
Energy.
Thank you, sir. We appreciate that.
Welcome.
We appreciate that a lot. Okay, so being CEO of Lancaster University, just take us into what the vision for the creation of, the only British university.
Proudly so.
In
And
West Africa.
I did say that we've been in this space for about 13 years. We've graduated 8 cohorts of students. So this year will be our 9th on 22nd September. And Accra comes to a halt because everything takes place at the moving peak where our graduation takes place on 22nd September. I think you should do a live coverage there. It's something else. But the most important thing is this. After 13 years in the space, we realized on the onset of this university that we had a lot of brain drain. We talk about it, but we had a lot of students who were going out there, fine brains on the continent who were going outside. So Lancaster University is into this internationalization drive we call it transnational education. So Lancaster University UK has campuses in UK. In UK is the main campus, but they are also in Indonesia, they are in China, they are in Malaysia, and they are in Germany. So they decided to come to the African continent. Thankfully, they chose Ghana as the location. Let me just emphasize that we are not affiliated to Lancaster University. And let me clarify it. When we say affiliated, there are universities that are affiliated to several universities out there. But on completion, you don't get the certificate of that university. So ours is not just an affiliation. We are actually Lancaster University in Ghana.
Okay. So
when you come to Lancaster University Ghana, it is like you've gone to Lancaster University UK. The only difference is that this is based in Ghana. But the systems, the processes, the procedure, the program structure, the course structure, the curriculum, everything replicates what is done on the UK campus. And so that's why you can do 1 year in Ghana, go do 1 year in UK, and then come back to Ghana to complete your education. Or you can do 1 year in Ghana and transfer to the UK campus and complete your education there.
Okay, is it possible to also do your whole tenure in Ghana? If you can travel?
So the third option is that you do everything in Ghana. You don't even go there. Irrespective, and you did 3 years. You didn't. In fact, she did 4 years with us, but she didn't go there.
Okay.
But when she graduates on this 22nd September, she gets the certificate that the same certificate that anyone who went to the UK campus will get. There's nothing Ghana on our certificate. Nothing. And that's why even though I'm the provost, I cannot confer degrees on students. I cannot. The vice chancellor has to fly down during graduation to confer degrees on students. And that's the point I want to make. But besides the fact that you can do 1 year here, do 1 year and come back, or do 1 year and transfer, there's also the option, what we call the international cultural exchange. Every summer, students from the various Lancaster campuses, Indonesia, China, Malaysia, congregate on Lancaster to have a feel of what they call it, the campus in UK. So this year, for example, 10 students from Ghana are going to the Lancaster campus. They will spend 3 weeks there and come back just to get a feel of it. This year, I have 36 students who are doing the study abroad. So they're going to spend 1 year in UK, and then they decide either they'll come back or they'll continue there. And that's the beauty. The interesting thing is this. If you decide to do even just 1 year in UK and come back, you would pay the fees that you would have paid in Ghana. The fees doesn't change.
Wow.
It is only when you decide to transfer that you become an international student, then you pay. the international fees. And here's the catch. Our fees is 30% of what you would have paid if you had gone to the UK campus. And I think that's what we bring to the space. The ability to access that global degree, the quality education at a fraction of what you would have gotten if you had gone to UK. Not to talk about living expenses. And so that's the advantage of coming to Lancaster University. So as an introductory remark, that's what I'm going to say about Lancaster University Ghana.
Okay. Now, someone will also be interested, because you've mentioned the courses that they can go and do a year there after they do a year here, and then they can come back after the year or decide to stay there, or the third option being finishing, right?
Yeah.
So the courses that they are offering, can they also now decide that even if I'm going to be there to finish after my first year here, I'm going to do the same courses that I did here, or I'm going to change my course? Should they also want to transfer there as international students?
All right, so you have the option to change courses when you're going to from first year to second year.
Okay.
And that's allowed whether here or UK. Any of it is allowed. So the options are there. So you can do those changes and transfer. You may start on a program, but there's some specific programs that you cannot change. For example, computer science.
Okay.
The course structure is such that you cannot change from computer science, for example, to business or law. Law is so structured. And I would dare say that our law program is one that offers students to be called to the bar in Nigeria, in Ghana, or the UK.
Okay.
Because in their electives, they are able to select specific courses that are required by their law associations for them to be called to the bar in the respective countries. So that's another advantage that we have as an university.
Okay. Now you've mentioned. Okay, you go.
No,
we're still on the courses, but
with regards to the courses, is it just undergrad, or there's
all right. So currently we run 7 undergrad programs, and I think that we started, and I won't say that Lancaster is in the top 10 of universities in UK. The top 10 of the universities in UK. So quality is an important part of what they do there. So when they go on this internationalization drive, they don't give you all the courses. They give you a number of courses to run, and they want to be sure that it is pitched at the same quality. Then they gradually add courses to it. Happy to say that we've been here about 14 years, 13 to 14 years. We run 7 programs. We do computer science. We do law. We do politics and international relations. We do business courses, marketing, management, economics and international relations, and accounting and finance. 7 courses for now. Graduate studies, we do the EMBA. I'm happy to say our EMBA is quadruple accredited. Quadruple.
Okay.
AMBA, EQUAS, small charter businesses. That's the recognition that is here. I think after these number of years, Lancaster is satisfied that the quality that they've pitched their courses and their programs is the same quality that is being replicated. So please watch the space. From next year, we'll be rolling out additional programs.
Okay.
5, hopefully by next year. The following year, 2. Between 2025 and 2030, we're likely to roll out additional 14 courses, because we need there's a demand for engineering courses. We're looking at 8. We're looking at postgraduate courses, a lot more LLMs and things like that, MSc management and entrepreneurship and things like that. So from next year you'll hear more about that, but for now we have 7 programs and 1 undergraduate programs is 1 graduate program, the EMBA basically. Yeah.
Okay, we'll be watching the space more.
Please watch
definitely.
it. Wide open. Okay.
Yes. But let's talk to Hafsatou as well. Congratulations on completion, and take us through how your 4-year experience at Lancaster University was like.
Okay, thank you very much. So I joined Lancaster in 2021 as a foundation student, and during that period, I think Lancaster helped develop me as the individual I am today, because I was the international student officer at Lancaster during my second year period.
Which country?
I'm Cameroonian, so I'm an international student as well.
Okay.
Yeah, and because of the role I took as an international student officer, I got to meet a lot of people. I got to experience different cultures firsthand, and honestly, I didn't think I could do it. But like, because of how Lancaster is structured, the small population, and the fact that it has a lot of international students, it makes you feel very much at home. Because I found Lancaster even through a family member. So that's like the main reason why I joined Lancaster University, because it was like, okay, there are so many Cameroonians here as well, and I'll feel at home while still away from home. So that was like the number one reason why I joined Lancaster. And then I was also an international student. I already said that, and I studied computer science. So right now, although I studied computer science, Lancaster is structured in a way that it teaches you aspects of different courses like project management, IML, and other things that are not exactly related to what you're doing. So it builds you as a whole. So I think that helped gain my interest in other fields as well. So I think that's like a skill everyone needs in life. And yeah, I'm happy I got to experience that at Lancaster. So yeah.
And maybe I should just add.
Okay, Doc.
She talked about the fact that she's an international student. 60% of our student population are international students.
Wow. That's awesome.
From 26 different nations. 60%. 33% are Nigerians. We just have about 40% of our students' population being Ghanaians. That's a diverse environment that we have. We have about 53% of the students being female, about 48, 47 being male. And it's such an awesome experience for the student. The ability to, I mean, one of the most intriguing stories I heard was when a Ghanaian boy married, Daniel married a Cameroonian or something. I mean,
they met on campus.
They met on campus.
Oh wow!
They married, and he, when he was sharing his testimony, it was amazing. So those are some of the things that are happening, and we like the diversity that is on campus. A very diverse environment, but a very inclusive, embracing environment on campus as well for our students.
Yes, for those who are watching on 3 Music TV, you'd see a video showing. In a few minutes, we'll show you, the entire video. But before then, Doc, because you mentioned that you have a lot of international students, let's talk about the application process and admission process as well, because that's one thing that tires a lot of people out. Some are very cumbersome, it's not just straightforward. You need to provide a lot of things. You need to do so much, during your application process. So kindly take us through that.
All right. So just go to our website, lancaster.edu.gh. Basically, that's it. You will find admissions at lancaster.edu.gh. We don't pay, we don't charge for admissions.
Okay.
We don't sell application forms. Okay. So you just have to apply online. And I'm sure that's what she did. You apply online, upload your materials, your qualifications and everything. And then an admission officer will get in touch with you, help you through the process. So we have more like relationship officers.
Right.
So ROs who will take individual students and help you through the application process. But even the application process, you're not left on your own. Somebody is there to guide you and assist you all through the process. And that's what we do in helping people to apply. So just our website, lancaster.edu.gh. Just go there, go to the admissions portal, admissions at lancaster.edu.gh. And then you see the application. Put in your name and somebody will reach out to you and have a discussion with you and assist you through the application process. Very simple. And students don't have to wait for all their results before they apply.
Okay.
You apply with your high school transcript, so continuous assessment. Once you do that, we will assess it, and if you qualify, we'll give you the conditional offer.
Okay, so what's the qualification? What would you say that someone has qualified, the criteria?
We accept everything from WAEC to IB to French BAC, American high school diploma, Canadian high school diploma. So we evaluate qualifications case by case basis. So it depends on what school, because you'll be amazed. People do IGs. People are still writing O levels and A levels. And let me just add, if you have A levels and you have the requisite passes, you don't do 4 years with us. You do 3 years.
Okay.
A level students do 3 years with us. But if you have WASI, for example, Then you will do the foundation program, and then you go on to the undergrad. So you do 4 years with us.
Okay, so the foundation program is the 1 year.
It's the 1 year.
Okay.
And then you do 3 years. So generally, like every university, it's 4 years. But depending on the qualification, you can do either 4 years or you can do 3 years, especially with A levels. And that's how it's structured.
Doc, can you tell us more about the foundation program? I mean, in case someone also is confused about it, because for some other universities as well, your entire 4 years, you'd start whatever course you decided to do
directly
from the beginning, right? So what's the foundation
Hafsatou
program?
went through the foundation program. And it's so structured that it built into any discipline that you're going to. So you do things like critical thinking, which is lacking in a lot of universities now. So critical thinking, and she talked about the project management.
Yes.
You talk about, we do innovation and leadership, all in them. Then by the 3rd term, you go into your area of specialization. So if you're going to do law undergrad, by the 3rd term, you move into the law space. If you do computer science, by the 3rd term, you move into your computer science. So the foundation it's not different from any first year. It's just that it's structured such that when you're finishing the foundation, you get a qualification. Just like you get some universities. If you're going to do an MBA, the first year, when you've completed, they give you a postgraduate diploma and then the 2nd year you get the MBA. So even if you finish the first year and you don't want to continue with the MBA, you have a postgraduate diploma. It's the same thing with us. So people take maybe, for example, our foundation, which rarely happens. After they've done foundation, they can go to Canada, go to UK, even our UK campus, and continue their education there. So it means that after you finish the foundation, you have a certificate that you've completed the first year with us. So you can move anywhere if you want to. But almost every student, because of what we provide on campus, tend to stay with us. I mean, basically.
Okay. So Hafsatou, now coming from Cameroon to, get your further education in Ghana, what was the integration process like for you easing into campus life?
Okay, so as Dr. Emmanuel mentioned earlier, I just applied online and then I got connected with an administrator. So they helped me through the whole process and I didn't exactly have to be in Ghana. So he told me what to do, what documents I needed, when I could start and everything. So I think that was quite easy. And when I came to Lancaster, like when I came to Ghana, I was introduced into a student who helped me get used to Ghana and everything. So I think that also helped me as an international student because I didn't know anyone here. I didn't have any family member. But due to the size of the school and how close we are with the staff, we were really helped. So it's like you don't really feel that stress coming into a new environment and everything. And we also had on campus hostels, cafeteria, stores around. So it wasn't really that stressful for me as an international student. So, yeah.
Okay.
Let me just add that we have an office that is dedicated to students. We call it the Student Affairs Office. And the very first week, the students go through orientation. And the orientation process helps them with everything. I mean, particularly if you're an African and you're coming in particularly West Africa, because of the ECOWAS treaty, you just have to come. You don't have. When you come in, the university has an office that helps you with getting your resident permits, getting more SIM card, opening a bank, health facility. The university facilitates and makes sure. In fact, we get a bus, send them to immigration and make sure that they get their resident.
The full concierge.
Full, exactly. We do everything.
Awesome.
We have everything. Even for students who do a study abroad, students who want to go on the ICE program, summer program, our office, there's an office dedicated that facilitates the visa application process. And obviously, we are a British university, so the embassy knows us. I mean, that's 3 years ago, the guest speaker for my graduation was our British High Commissioner. And last 2 years, the guest speaker was the Deputy British High Commissioner. So they know what we are doing in the space here. And so the settling down integration of students into wherever they're coming from. In fact, it's interesting. We have Moroccans on campus, South Koreans, Lebanese, Indians, different backgrounds. And
international school.
It is completely what do you call it. And maybe I'll speak to the video that you played a bit. I think two things stand out there. The two things are, one, the type of faculty that we have, and to the resources available in the university. So for faculty, I mean, we have the best of faculty that you can get. I mean, you saw the head of law.
Yes.
The head of law did his first degree at Legon. And actually, that's the only university in Ghana, actually.
Or did you attend Legon?
I did Legon.
Okay.
Besides Lancaster.
He did as well.
Okay, so...
Same as me.
Okay, so you get what I say in the
Yes.
Ghana space,
Yes.
well, from where we're coming.
We agree.
Yeah. But after that, he did his LLM at Harvard. And did another LLM at Dalhousie University. And did his PhD at Manchester University. I did my first degree here, did my master's in Birmingham, and did my PhD in London. The head of computer science did his first degree at Legon, but then went down to do in China. And you can't be Chinese when it comes to computer. Did
Yes.
his master's. And that's the quality that we bring to the space, the caliber of people that we bring. And the interesting thing is this: irrespective of your qualification, irrespective of your background, you may have 10 PhDs. But if you join Lancaster University, you would have to do a master's program in education, which is paid for.
Okay.
Because having the knowledge in a particular discipline is different from delivering the subject matter
As an educator.
as an educator. So every faculty in Lancaster, once you join us, you have 18 months. We take you through the program. You do a postgraduate program in education, learning, teaching, assessment, pedagogy, everything. Within 18 months, if you don't pass, we kick you out of the university.
Ooh.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So, Doc, within the 18 months, will they still be lecturing?
They will be lecturing.
Okay.
They will be lecturing. So we have a peer mechanism where a new lecturer will be paired with an existing lecturer who
Usher
takes
them
you
in.
through, mentor you and helps you. So we call peer teaching. They'll come and sit in and make sure you are delivering at that level. So just not the faculty, but you saw the resources. This year in January, we spent $400,000 to create a space for our Emerging Technology Center. And you saw it there. And
I think
you
we
need
can clap
to...
on this.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
need
lot
to
of
you need to come into,
investment.
and she read computer science. She will tell you about it.
Okay.
Everything, Internet of Things, blockchain technology, artificial intelligence, robotics, everything about emerging technologies is in that space. The interesting thing is that starting this academic year, it isn't only computer science students who will be exposed to these technologies. Every student, irrespective of the course that you're doing, you'll be required to take an immersive course in artificial intelligence and robotics, because that's where we are going
Yes,
now.
that's what the world is
That's the
heading.
way the world going.
Yeah.
So whether you read law, whether
So
you
learn
read
it and
business,
apply to what
so
you
by
do.
the time you are leaving, you are well skilled, you are prepared for it.
What would you say is the most, in your assessment, would be the most unique or dynamic course offering at Lancaster?
It's difficult to
Science.
tell. I know she's
biased,
She's
yeah.
biased. I know, right? I know, right? She's right. She say computer science, but I think all our courses, we were very intentional about the courses that we chose that fit the needs of the Ghanaian market, and so that's why we've looked at. And the market is requesting for things like software engineering, cyber security, and things like that, and that's why we're going to introduce it. So I'll say that all our courses, because of the way our courses are structured, and the opportunities. I mean, internship is a big thing for us. And you went on internship. I mean, by the time you are finishing school 4 years, you must have done at least 2 internships. Some of them get as far as getting one. I was on one of the radio stations when I was a student yesterday. He did his internship in UK with a Jeffries Investment Bank, with an investment bank in UK. And that's the extent to which we go. So the resources. And then, interesting, the space that we have, I think as I'll give back to society. For the past 8 weeks, every Saturday, we bring at least about 30 high school students to our campus, and we give them interesting introductions to these technological tools from over 20 high schools. And it's going to run till they open school. So instead of the kids staying at home, we are trying to get them
Engage them.
interested, them in it.
Integration. Yeah.
We are partnering some institutions, and very soon we'll be doing a boot camp for females. We are looking at about 30 female who are interested in computer science, STEM products. We have all the resources. We'll keep them on campus for 2 weeks, and give them an immersive program. And you can't have it any better than this. I mean, and these are some of the things that as a university we give back to society. And
Doc, you mentioned brain drain
Yeah.
at the beginning of this conversation. Now, there's a conversation about unemployment
Yeah.
largely in
Okay.
this country. He doesn't believe there's an issue of unemployment,
Okay.
right? Because he believes that, he, in reference to Cyril, for those who don't know, he believes that there's a lot of work, but we don't want to do it. Because the same people who will not want to be janitors in Ghana, even as graduates, will go outside of the country and gladly, be janitors, even if it's voluntary, right? Okay. So because you mentioned brain drain, what are some of the opportunities? You mentioned internship as well. So what are some of the opportunities for graduates to just immediately get, employment?
I was just talking to Hafsatou before we came in. We were sitting. I asked her, "Excuse me, what are you going to do?" He said, "I'm going back to help my father's business and grow it." And I'm confident with the what she's learned here. Can I get it?
Yes, would bring you.
Sorry
water.
about it.
It's fine.
With what she's learned
Sorry.
there, I'm sure she's going to take the father's business to another level. I'm very confident about it. So that's what we do with the students. So when we talk about employment, people think that immediately you finish school and you're working, that means you're employed. There are three ways. One, be an entrepreneur yourself, starting up your business. Two, going on to further studies. Or three, getting employed. One of our law students, Kwesi Busia, I don't know if you know him. He's a voice actor.
I work with him.
Yeah. Kwesi Busia has done this popular, what do you call it, film that, I've forgotten the name. He was a voice actor on it.
Yeah.
And he's recently clinched.
Is it a Ghanaian film? No.
No, it's an international film.
Okay.
I've forgotten them.
Okay.
And recently, just this week, he sent me a message. He's clinched another deal. He read law at Lancaster. And yet, he's not gone on to go to Mokola to pursue. No. He says, you know what? I like the law, but I'm a voice actor. And he's finished school, and that is what he's using and working on. I don't know if you know this car specking company in East Legon, near the ANC. There's a guy who specs car. When you go there, he He read marketing at Lancaster.
Just at the junction.
Just at the junction.
Before the washing bay.
Before the washing bay. He's an alumnus of Lancaster. When he finished, he didn't go to, and he started his business on school. I remember when he started his business. I taught him a model. When he finished, he walked up to me and said, I want you to come and see what I'm doing in my shop. He had a small shop in East Legon. I went to the shop, looked at it, and asked him, how much are you paying for this? I said, look, it's a bit too expensive. Look for less expensive because your capital basis. He looked for two shops that were cheaper than the one shop he was occupying. He started with selling trainers on campus and dresses from Turkey and what you call it. Moved into other things. He has one of them. He's never worked for anybody. So that entrepreneurial ability to think and create something is a very important aspect of what we did. And I was talking to a company and who wanted to take some of our students. He says, but the problem I have with your students is that when they come, they don't last. They go away. Because they go into the environment and they realize that, look, there's more that I can do besides doing 8 to 5. And so most of them, 2 years, 3 years, they are gone. So those are the things that we inculcate into the students, that entrepreneurial ability, that work ethics, that they stay in firms. And then also, obviously, some of them go on to do their master's program and do further studies. So these are different ways by which we nurture the students. And so I think in the discussions about employment, we need to look at it in that context.
Yes.
And that's the way I want us to look at this conversation.
Okay, great. It's also exciting that you focus on not only the education, but also after school and then even internships. Because if there's anything, I think that internships are really important. You don't wait to fully finish school before you just jump head straight into the business world or the corporate world.
Let me add that.
That is always a problem.
This vacation, I have 90 students on internship.
Oh.
90. And we don't just throw them out there. When they go out there, this month, our student affairs visit the institutions. Talk to the supervisors and managers and get feedback, and then we feed it back into what we do as a university. So we are very intentional about this. Our class size are not big, very small size class.
Are there set numbers for every class?
But, once you get to 40, we don't take additional students. So 40 in a class. Thus, our foundation program, for example, we had about 100 students or 80 students enrolling. What we did in January, was that we split the class into two. Once the number gets beyond the threshold, we will never put 50 students in one class. It won't happen in our university. And that's why I know every student in my class by name. If you miss lectures for 2 weeks,
you will know.
You'll be called before a disciplinary committee. We call you an at-risk student. If you miss, we take attendance in class. We don't micromanage them, but we use the systems that we have to hold them responsible. So she knows about Moodle. There's no way Hafsatou will submit a piece of work that she took from somebody. It happens in some other universities because she will submit it through Turnitin. It will be checked for plagiarism. And she knows how we are strong on plagiarism, independent-minded, critical thinking. Those are the skills that we might make them build up. So we are very, very careful about it. We are very confident. By the time the student leaves, standing in front of people talking, presentation is not a problem. Writing skills is not a problem. Speaking, articulating their point. And they are very assertive, unlike other universities where the faculty comes and talks as if it's the repository of knowledge. No. In our classes, the students contribute. The students are made to express their opinion. They may be wrong, but they are contributing to the discussion and to the pedagogy that we are talking about. So that's how we've structured our programs on campus.
Thanks, Doc, and congratulations
Thank you very
on
much.
Contributing to the tertiary education system
Thank you very much.
in Ghana.
Thank you
And Hafsatou, congratulations on your almost graduation.
Yeah.
I mean, on completion
she's
first
there.
and then, yes, and almost graduation. And thanks for joining us on
Thank you
our
very much.
conversation.
And so just to add, I would say that if anybody is quite uncertain what he wants to do, we give career guidance and counseling as well.
Okay.
Yeah. We have a counselor on campus. If students are going through emotional, we support them. A myriad of support mechanism. I think one of the things that I always say is that we pride ourselves as a university that we take average students, a C student, and make them an excellent student, an A student. Why? Because we pay attention to them, and everybody's skills are unique, and we try to help them hone their skills in the direction that they are going. Just like you've done this amazing space, we're also trying to create some amazing things on campus.
To do that,
Okay.
we appreciate amazing things. So yes, good job to you and the team
Thank you
as
very much.
well. Now, if you've ever wondered which tertiary institution to enroll in, this conversation should be your reason to head right over to Lancaster University. The
Please.
show, Hafsat, you want to say something?
Yes, please.
Okay.
So to my Cameroonian brothers and sisters, since it's a francophone country, I would like to add that regardless of whether you speak English or not, the school offers an EPP program
Exactly.
that will train you, I think for some few months, you learn the language, and then from there you can enroll into foundation and continue, which I think many people from my country
Is that what you did? Did you do that?
No, I speak
But
both
so-
languages,
Okay,
so I didn't have
okay.
to, but I have friends who did that, and
Okay.
yeah.
And they are
So
great with the English
they are
language.
perfect.
So we have an English proficiency program. So for those coming from the francophone countries, they might not be able to speak English at all. But when they come in, within 3 to 6 months, we're able to bring them up to speed. And then they can take their course in English. And that's what we do.
That's
as a
awesome.
audio college.
That's awesome. Brilliance and excellence in tertiary education. And again, if you miss any bit of this conversation, you can, of course, catch it across our socials and catch it on YouTube as well. 3 Music Networks. My name is Lenny Lomote. I've been at this with the man, Cyril Koklochu, and Alex Gokil, Mr. Alex Gokil, Kujo Koklochu.
Morning.